Have you ever wondered why the picture you choose for your social media profile feels so personal, even though most people scroll past it in less than a second? Here's the strange part. Psychologists say your profile picture might reveal more about you than your closest friends, can sometimes even more than you realize. And the weirdest thing, we're not talking about obvious stuff like smiling versus not smiling. We're talking about subtle signals your brain sends micro-choices that actually predict personality traits, confidence levels, stress patterns, and even how likely people are to trust you online. But hold on, before we jump into what your picture reveals, you need to know why we make these choices in the first place, because the real reason is way more uncomfortable than you'd expect. Let's start with a discovery from social psychologist Dr. Sam Gosling, known for studying how everyday choices reveal hidden personality traits. Researchers found that people don't choose profile photos just to look nice. They choose them to control how others see them, even if they don't admit it. Think about it. When was the last time you uploaded a picture without adjusting the angle, the lighting, the crop, or the vibe? Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people assume they pick photos based on what they think looks good. Yet studies from the University of York show that strangers judge profile pictures in under 40 milliseconds, and those snap judgments often override whatever message you thought you were sending. So here's the tension. You choose a photo to control perception, but people interpret it through their own biases. What does that mismatch reveal? More than you think. Let's introduce the first twist. According to research published in Psychological Science, people who choose close-up photos with direct eye contact are often perceived as more confident, open, and warm. But the same studies found that people who pick these photos often do so because they feel the opposite. It's a psychological compensation effect, meaning your profile picture might be a reaction, a reflection of your inner state. For example, people going through anxiety phases tend to choose old photos where they looked happier. People dealing with imposter syndrome choose highly polished images to appear more put together. And people who feel overlooked in group settings often choose photos with bold colors or strong lighting contrasts, not because it's their style, but because they want to be seen. So, the question becomes, are we expressing ourselves or protecting ourselves? Now let's break down 3 profile picture categories that psychologists study most. 1. The minimalist photo. Simple background, neutral expression. These users are often more private than they appear. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that minimal photos correlate with strategic self-presentation, controlled, careful, intentional. 2. The travel shot or outdoor picture. You've seen these everywhere. But here's the twist. Studies show these users aren't necessarily adventurous. They simply want to appear authentic, grounded, or alive compared to their usual routine. 3. The group photo or social shot. Many think this signals sociability, but often it signals the opposite. People who struggle with self-focus tend to hide within groups, so the picture feels less about them. Each choice is a story, and most stories have a layer we hide even from ourselves. Which brings us to the part nobody expects. There's a phenomenon in digital psychology called the identity mirror effect. It suggests your profile picture isn't just a photo. It's the version of you that you wish the world would see on your best day. Not your average day. Not your real day. Your idealized but believable day. And here's the twist. That idealized version actually changes how people treat you, which then changes how you behave online, which then reinforces the identity you were trying to create in the first place. Your profile picture becomes a tiny loop of self-fulfilling perception. And yes, this happens even if you haven't changed your picture in years. So, what does that mean for you? It means your profile picture isn't random. It's not just a nice photo. It's a compressed story of who you are, who you've been, who you want to be, and how you hope others will interpret you. It's the digital handshake you give to the world before you ever speak a word. So the next time you hover over the change photo button, stop and ask yourself, is this really me? Or the version of me I'm trying to become? Because either way, your profile picture is telling everyone something, even when you think it says nothing at all.